Hello students, today we will be going over 2.3a, two-step equations. This is on page 15 in your packet. So if everybody's on page 15 in the blue packet. Here's question number 1. 2x plus 7 is 21. Next we're going to do like you do the opposite of order of operations for solving equations. So it's kind of PEMDAS backwards, because remember what PEMDAS was? Okay, first we're going to see if there's anything added or subtracted, and we're going to work backwards from there. Okay, right here we have add 7, so we did the inverse operation, which is going to be the additive inverse from that, get you back to 0. We're going to minus 7 from each side. Okay, I'm going to bring down the 2x. This goes away, equals 21 minus 7, 14. Okay. Then we do the multiplicative inverse. If we have 2 times x, we're going to divide by 2. So this is more like 1/2, but it's more like if you have multiplication, then we're going to divide. If we had divide, we would do multiplication. So then we get x equals 7. And you're done. If we want to check the answer, we put 7 back in there, and we say, does 2 times 7 plus 7 equal 21? Okay, 2 times 7 is 14 plus 7. Yes, that equals 21, and it checks. Okay, now we're going to go on to this next one, number 2. And did you notice here after we did subtract, we went to divide? So again, subtract, then divide. So we're doing backwards order of operations. So here, we're going to do it again. We have add here, so then we're going to do subtract, the inverse operation. And we're going to bring this down. So we go minus 4, minus 4. Remember, what you do on one side of the equation, you do on the other. Okay? So this goes away. And again, it's whatever side has the variable. So we get x, and I'm going to erase that part of it. We get x over 4 equals 6 minus 4 is 2. Then we do the inverse operation from divide. Again, we're going up there. This is divide by 4. I'm going to times by 4. So x equals 8. Then if I want to check that, I say, does 8 divided by 4 plus 4 equal 6? And 8 divided by 4 we know is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. And it checks. Okay? All right, now we're going to jump down to number 8 where we get some negatives. And we see how to work those. Okay, so again, you start from add or subtract. There's my add or subtract. And again, we have to look to see where the variable is. And that's where we're working to get that variable all by itself. Put our line down. Put plus 4 here. Whatever we do on one side, we do on the other. Plus 4. So it's negative x over 2 equals negative 2. Okay? And I'm not going to worry about multiplicative inverse. Then we see it's got a 2 on the bottom. Can you see that okay? And we're going to go, oh, it's divide by 2. Let's times by 2. And I'm going to write the new answer over here. So when I times by 2, it gets rid of that. So I get negative x equals negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. I still have my negative x, because see, this negative needs to go on the top. So if you see it in the middle, always just put it on the top. We never leave a negative on the bottom. Then it's negative 1 times x. It's not a minus x. It's a negative 1 times x. So I divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1. So x equals, clear over there, negative 4 divided by negative 1 is 4. And I don't know if we had a check on that. I think we do have a check. So if I'm going to check that, I put negative 4 in there. I go negative 4 over 2 minus 4. Does that equal negative 6? Negative 4 over 2 is negative 2 minus 4. Does that equal negative 6? And the answer is yes. So it checks. Okay. Now we're going to go on to page 16, and we're going to do one of the story problems on the back. Number 21. The quotient of a number and 2 is increased by 2 increased by 7 is equal to 17. Find the number. Okay. So I have this list that's going to tell you all of these words are going to mean add. All of these mean subtract. All of these means multiply, with the exception of each. Sometimes each can mean divide, so you have to just watch out for that one. And then divide, all of these words mean divide. Go ahead and don't forget equals is the same as all of those is when the equal sign goes. So pause the video and write all these down, and then we'll go on to 21. Okay, so 21, the quotient. Now, remember quotient means what? Divide, yes. So we're going to be dividing. Of a number n2, so we have the quotient of a number n2 increased by 7 is equal to 17. Find the number. Okay, so again, we do PEMDAS backwards. Here's the variable. What is added or subtracted? Again, we're working this way. We have a plus 7. Put our line down there. Put minus 7 there, minus 7 there. Bring our n over 2 down there. Make sure that goes to 0. Equals 17 minus 7. That's correct, 10. Then this is divide by 2, and we have to do the inverse operation. So we multiply by 2. This goes away. And again, you need to show all of this work to get full credit. And your answer, n equals 20. That's the number. Okay, students, finish page 15 and 16. You can do this. You rock.